Welcome back, everybody, to episode 13 of Hyperdimension Neptunia, Hyperdimension Neptunia Rebirth 1, and Go Go Gojigen game Neptune Reverse for the PlayStation 3, PlayStation Vita, and PlayStation 5. Once more, I'm joined by my friend David. Say hello to the people.
Friend 1, Michael Porcio, welcome back for this.
Alright. We get to witness some coolness in this episode.
Without a pun.
Yeah, it's gonna be nice and cold. Albeit, we do get to meet the almighty White Heart. Actually, I think we already met her. Where are we? I don't remember. Crap.
I have no clue. But okay, let's see. We're in a graveyard.
It's so weird looking at the top left because you can tell the frame rate is lower.
Yeah, I thought this. Yeah, no, this is definitely a cemetery, right?
Actually, no. This is a temple.
Say what?
Yeah, we're in a temple.
Huh. Then.
Meanwhile, on the bottom screen, we're just getting things done.
I always find out putting how different the exploration in the first game was compared to the other two.
Would you like to elaborate?
But look at the first game. It's basically your basic third-person dungeon crawler. Where you're just going through paths and such, but the camera is so close to you. Meanwhile, in the other games, the camera's more like up in the sky. You're watching them, and you have more room to explore. It's not like these pathways. You're around platforms. You can walk around to avoid enemies.
It is true. You can't dodge things.
Another thing, in this game, you fight enemies randomly sometimes, and the other you can avoid them or not.
I mean, what do you prefer for an RPG that's turn-based? Random encounters or overworld encounters?
I actually don't know. Like, I guess. I don't know. I don't know. The closest I've been, like, I don't know. Here's an example. We have Pokemon. Pokemon have mostly always been random encounters, but then recently, but then when it started getting to like Gen 8, we had more overworld encounters and such. And then Gen 9, that was the entire point. There were no more random encounters.
Was there really no grass in Gen 9?
Well, there was grass, but you couldn't just walk. Yeah, no.
Really?
It was all overworld.
All right, let's fight.
Damn.
Well, I know. They're done with it. Like, how was it Legends Arceus too? There was no random encounters.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah, they kind of forego those, except for remakes. Maybe we'll see.
Yeah, because BDSP. I still can't get over that acronym, by the way. He has random encounters.
I know.
You know, I think that during my Nuzlocke of that, I kept referring to the game as BDSM over and over and over again.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Anyway, what's your answer to that question? I mean, what do you prefer?
Me personally, I prefer random encounters, but then again, I just prefer a lot of old RPGs in general, so I might just be clouded by that. I'm fine with overworld encounters. I just think that you get rid of the surprise factor when it's all overworld.
Not easy,
That is true, yeah.
To bring it back to a game you brought up, Pokemon. The idea of seeing a shiny in the overworld isn't as cool to me as randomly getting one in the grass.
But it's less time consuming.
It is less time consuming, I'll give you that.
I will.
But yeah, I see what you mean.
You know, looking at the covers on the top right, the one who definitely has the biggest change would be Noir. Like, look at how they drew Noir back then versus how they drew Noir more recently, and you can tell. This doesn't even look like the same artist anymore.
Yeah, I was gonna say, they look very different.
I was watching...
I'm pretty sure that it could just be me. I think in Reverse she has a bigger chest.
She does have a bigger titties in Reverse, you're right.
Yeah. What were you gonna say?
Yeah, I was gonna say, because the thing is, I was watching Doggy Rider's gameplay. Everyone looks like freaking plastic in that game, man.
Yeah, they don't look the best.
I still stand by the fact that the original game and Mark II have the best artwork.
Well, we'll see what the new one will be like once we finally ever get around to it. Who knows how long that'll be? August, probably.
It better come out before GTA 6. I would be pissed if it isn't.
It has to be. It's kind of like, just so you know, people are gonna do. We got Neptunia 5 before, Yeah, Neptunia 5 before GTA. Wait, no, it is.
It is
No,
Neptunia
it is
5.
5.
It is 5.
Yeah, we got Neptunia 5 before GTA 6. People gotta make that joke, you know that.
It's gonna be the most annoying joke of all time, and then we're gonna laugh at it, and then we're gonna make it be annoyed again. Yep, absolutely. Definitely.
Okay, you know what I'm gonna say? We're probably gonna get Neptunia Anime Season 2 before GTA 6.
I pray to God that's true.
That would be cool. I would love to see more of the anime.
Okay, I'm still waiting on them to adapt V2.
Especially tease it with Uzume.
I know, it's like, quit teasing us, guys, okay? You're showing off Uzu Bay and expect us not to have a reaction? That's crazy. Dude, I still... Have you ever watched this YouTuber called Senpai Blade? That fool keeps referring to Uzume as Uzube, and it's funny as hell.
Senpai who?
Senpai Blade? His YouTube
Senpai
handle?
Blade.
Yeah.
No, never heard of him.
So, the final episode count, Rebirth 3 is 127 episodes.
Okay.
Never again. That was too many freaking episodes. Damn, look at how good the game looks.
Oh yeah.
Just looking at the bottom two screens, you can tell which one came on significantly more powerful hardware.
Yeah. And so you see the clear difference between them.
And it's the same dungeon too.
What?
It's the same dungeon, but one of them just looks way better.
Come out, evil.
No, they're not the same dungeon. In Rebirth and Rebirth, there's clearly a snow place. Meanwhile, in the original, we're in a temple.
Oh yeah. Oh, you mean the original, dude? We're not in a temple. We're in a cave.
Okay, whatever. The point is not the same as what they're exploring.
That is so true. And look at the freaking dungeon boss there. You see that shit?
That is. Whoa.
Ready.
We have to fight the brothers. These things are so crazy, man. I think it's Siegfried and Hakim. I might be wrong about the second name.
Hakim.
I think the second name's wrong. Let me look it up. Let me see what it is when it appears.
Let's see. We have
Siegfried and Haken. My bad.
Haken.
Yeah.
Never heard that guy. Siegfried I know because of Fate.
Man, this freaking enemy design is so badass.
Yeah, I don't get this anymore. Okay, I'm confused. Do you think with how long the game has been in development, do you think they're still gonna use a lot of reused assets, or they're gonna actually start using new stuff?
Well, considering the first game to have new assets was Sisters vs. Sisters, we're probably still gonna get the Sister vs. Sisters assets in there. Because they're not gonna throw that away. Those are bigger dungeons than ever existed in the series.
I suppose that's true.
I'm gonna be honest though, I think that the modern dungeon design does not even come close to the original or Mark II dungeon design. Okay, I still believe that V2, however, has the best dungeons in the series.
Me too. Yeah, it has a pretty fun ones there.
What am I doing with Nepgear?
Yeah, you just ran to a cliff.
Yep.
Meanwhile, everyone's freezing. We're cold. We're in a pumpkin. I don't know how pumpkins are even still existing in the snow, but okay.
It's a magical wonderland. I mean, don't you know that Louis is the land of white serenity? And colloquially, it's also referred to as the land of the little girls. And what do little girls have? Imagination. That's how.
I suppose, yeah, but now I can't help but... Whenever I hear little girl, immediately think of that bitch, Agnes.
Suddenly the final boss of the first game.
Glad you depend on me.
An ancient dragon.
Yeah. As opposed to... Man, this thing got demoted so hard. In the first game, this is the final boss and shit. It's like, what the hell?
Wait, really?
Yeah.
And they just use it as the general enemy now.
Yeah, it's called a demotion, dude.
You're kind of like a D&D of Sin in Mega Dimension. Like, I know we fight that thing again as an enemy in the dungeons.
Yeah.
Not the actual D&D of Sin.
It's like how we get the Avenir robots, and it's just Trick, but reskinned.
Yeah. Like the case where when you fight the final boss, he's strong, but when you finally get to play as him,
he's weak as
dark as
piss.
hell. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna point out that it's very possible to game over in the final boss of the original game, because unlike the demonstration you're watching here, this thing is a real menace in the old games. Like, even in Mark II, the Ancient Dragon was still a super boss, I believe. It isn't until Victory where this thing became the first boss of the first dungeon.
Oh. I see. Oh god, ow.
Now's my chance.
What happened?
My ankle has just been sore ever since I did the treadmill. Like I said, I pushed myself too much. It's just hurting a lot. Okay, not a lot, but it's just been sore.
I see. Oh, right, so I was recording Neptunia 1, the PS3 game, today. I got stuck in a dungeon for almost 40 minutes.
How did you get stuck in there?
Because one of the quests is to find random drops, and this enemy wasn't spawning, and then when it did spawn, it wouldn't drop the item.
I hate those kind of quests.
And then I did it a second time because I thought that was embarrassing, and I did it in 2 minutes. It's like, fuck! How dare they? You know?
Yeah.
Been traveling alone because I'm weak.
Think of me as a win on game industry's battlefield. Remember that. The hell. S rank.
Has it?
Sing you a song.
I wish the modern game still ranked you on your dungeon performance.
Can't find her.
I don't really care much for that.
I wonder where Neptune would go.
It gave you an incentive to replay them, though.
Key fragment. A piece of.
I guess, yeah.
I wonder if
That's a real incentive. It's not just like, oh, do it for bragging rights. No.
No,
Because you get better stuff.
Stupid Blackheart, don't go
Hey, did you hear that someone stole a Switch 2 from a factory?
There's already, I think, something like over 1 million outside of circulation.
Wow, so a lot of them have been stolen?
Well, that or someone just got one because they know someone who works at Nintendo. Like, there are people already playing the Switch too.
How?
They get their device before the release date.
Yeah, but how do we connect next to the server? It shouldn't be up yet.
You do realize that you can play physical games, right?
Or are you perhaps stalking cute little Neptune? What? No.
Play Fest?
Okay.
Neptune, I'm here to settle the score.
Okay, dude. I trust you.
You can't
I
have
believe
Okay,
you're
so
intelligent.
Okay, so this character, CyberConnect 2, she's not the original, right?
No, but she's Naruto.
I owe you a plate of revenge anyway.
What?
She's basically Naruto.
Same time.
Huh.
Okay, the girl says, believe it, at one point.
Okay, so yeah. What's she based on again?
Naruto.
Pleased to meet you.
No.
Oh, her
Okay,
company?
yeah, I got that. Yeah.
CyberConnect 2.
At the actual... People, come on. Come on with better names.
They're the people who license the Naruto video games.
Okay, alright, that makes sense.
It's nothing.
But still, like, how about
Not bad.
Psycon? Psycon's a good name for her.
I'm pretty sure that's a nickname that someone gives her.
Huh. Cause like, who in the right mind would name their daughter CyberConnect 2?
I mean, who names their son Beyond Birthday?
Who is that?
It's L's replacement in the Death Note Los Angeles BB murder case novel.
I'm sorry. His name is Beyond Birthday.
Yes. There's also
Okay,
a
okay.
random little girl whose name is Quarter Queen.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, there's a girl named Quarter Queen.
What the hell, what is with these names?
It's almost like Japanese people don't understand that Americans don't name their children after words.
Yeah, of course not. Who does that? I say that as I try to ignore the character I created, whose name is literally just Tante, which is just detective. Shut up! Shut up! Tante is better than just detective.
I think you're basically doing the same thing as if a Japanese mangaka decided to name a character detective in a detective novel.
Play the best.
That's not how that works, but okay. You don't have to plead the fifth if you're not being questioned. You could just stay silent.
So I think if I was called to the stand, I could just not answer
What
questions.
part of if you're not being questioned or in court?
Awake now?
What part of that did you not understand?
I'll just shut up. Sorry, I don't know. My friends been watching a lot of The Good Wife lately.
Feel the power?
What the fuck does that have to do with anything?
The Good Wife is literally a court show.
Good to know. I didn't watch
This
it.
would have sold for a good price.
I'll just shut up about that. Now moving on.
Anyhow, Rom is bae. I love controlling Rom. She's so cute.
This attack will
Do you think I ever been comfortable with returning the new game?
They freaking
Like-
better.
Not bad.
And I mean like a playable character, not just
And
NPC.
they've
Like
been
considered a
playable
sister.
in all of the turn-based games. I hope they come back.
Don't
I
think I won't
think they weren't in SPS.
That's why I said in the turn-based games.
It doesn't hurt.
SVS is an action game, like Final Fantasy VII Remake.
I guess, yeah.
It doesn't hurt.
I really wish we could get red again.
Yeah, red is cute. Okay. I feel bad for Heyu. I
Why?
bet Heyu just wants red to be playable again as well.
My turn.
So do I, but I kind of noticed that red in the first game is a lot different than red in like Rebirth 2.
Not bad.
Can
you elaborate for the audience?
Like in Rebirth 2, red was pretty much all she was pretty much a full-blown lesbian. She did not hide at all. She called every girl she met her wife. But in the first game, she never really liked that apparently. I think she only likes Neptune. That's it.
No, she definitely calls everyone her wife in this game. When she first meets IF, she calls her my wife. Well, my wifey.
Hear my song. There.
Okay, but does she call anyone else then?
She has a plan to make Neptune into her next wifey.
Okay, clearly I'm the delusional. Point is, I just want more red.
Yes.
Are they still a good term with the company or no?
I'm pretty sure they are. It's just they don't own the character. It's so freaking weird that they don't own the characters that they make.
That was the case with Million Arthur, right? In Mark II.
Well, with Million Arthur, they just straight up lost the license. They can't even sell the DLC.
Yeah, exactly. So that's what I'm saying. Like, for Red, they can just like, they still need a license for that, right?
Yeah, they still have the license to do it.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy? They won the memory hole, the original 3 Neptunia games, so hard that if you look at Neptunia 1, you get Rebirth 1 instead.
Wait, what do you mean?
The Compile Heart and Idea Factory, I think, are not happy about Nep 1 and Mark 2. Because whenever you look up Neptunia 1 on Google or YouTube, the first result is always Rebirth 1, not the original.
It's nothing.
Let me see. Neptunia 1. Well, shit, you're right.
Yeah, it's like 1984 type shit. Like, they want this game memory holded so badly.
And I'd give it a Mark II too?
I believe so. You get Rebirth 2 instead. Look, just type in Neptunia 2, and what do you got?
Neptunia 2. I get Rebirth 2, holy shit.
Exactly.
Again? I have no choice but to admit I can't quite take all of you down at once. However, there's still one way. This entire
Well, I get the picture Rebirth 2, but they explain the text up on Mark 2 and stuff.
Mark 2 and Rebirth 2 have the same story.
I know. But they don't have the title.
I finally make it to level 40, guys. I'm so happy.
Shouldn't you have chased after her? What?
Yay.
Okay, the Ultra Squad is now at Johto Indigo League levels.
My hunger. No, I mean she despises you. She probably knows something about you prior to losing.
That's the case with Neptunia B too. You just get Rebirth 3.
I didn't even think about
What the
it.
fuck? Interesting.
So we're trying to make us forget the original games, aren't they?
I'm sure
Yeah,
you'll be
because
fine
they're too good.
Especially Mark 2.
Yep, absolutely. Mark 2 is way too good of a game.
Nothing's going my way. I lost to Neptune and my powers run out on top.
Because here's the thing. Neptune says in Reverse that in the original game XYZ happened, but she's talking about Rebirth 1.
Gotcha. All right,
Ah.
prepared. Oh, wrong person. Neptune, don't scare me like that.
Which I think is
Have you
kind of
enough
creepy,
me?
don't you think?
Fine, let's go.
Yeah.
Fair and square. Whoa, hold your ponies. Have we met? Sorry, who are you and where are you from?
Anyhow, as you can see, we finally caught up to episode 2 or 3 of
Sorry, I gotta.
of the other two games. We
Yeah,
finally
the solo
hugged
one.
Neptune. Noara-chan. How many episodes ago was this?
10 maybe?
Let me look up what episode that fight actually takes place in, because
Oh, I
that's...
see.
That's criminal. That's actually criminal.
All I know about Lil Me is my name, and I can transform.
I mean, what do you think so far of this game?
So what?
Of this game, what do you think so far?
Totally forgot. Have you seen
Yeah,
your age in a
we finally caught up to
So,
episode 3.
lots of weapons
Which game?
The 3 games you see in front of you.
I saw someone like that.
You saw it,
and then into the horizon.
Honestly, I do. It's nice to see where it all began with the first,
So you're a
and see how they try to change it.
Oh yes, monster.
Yeah, I still think Mark 2 and Mega Dimension are the better games though.
Maybe you should get
I think Mark 2 and Mega Dimension are better than the 2 remakes, but I don't think they're better than the original.
I can't really say much for that. Because seeing it is one thing, but playing it is something else.
Yeah.
Ow. Hi, Blonde.
I still think that the original game is the best one.
There's a lot of snow. I'm sick of it.
Albeit it's definitely not the one I recommend people.
First, snow festivals.
Yeah.
We make
I always
them
recommend
Japanese
Mark 2 to
and
people.
everywhere. It sounds childish, but it's fun.
I would do too.
Cuddling with cats in a warm room all day.
Yeah.
So cute.
Decompilers, where you at? Or recompilers with the AI technology. When are you gonna port these games to PC?
Oh, I don't know, Blonde with a cat girl.
I guess.
Yeah.
Fun fact, we
Yeah.
one-shot this random mini-boss, but I have to avoid it like the plague in reverse because it'll kill me.
You mean the dolphin? You mean the dolphin?
That's a mini-boss, yeah.
Huh.
But in reverse, I have to avoid that thing like the freaking plague of Egypt.
You know, I'm before the dolphin in Mark 2. People got on my friends got on my case again because apparently I claimed that the dolphin was green.
Cause you're colorblind, dog. I'm sorry.
No, I'm not. I am not colorblind. There's literally no proof of that.
There's definitely proof of that. Okay, I have
No.
the screenshots and the videos to prove it. And your medical records also prove it. And your friends calling you out also prove it.
They are wrong. Every single one of them is wrong. I'm not colorblind.
You ever thought that maybe you're like Principal Skinner? You see, it's not my fault. The new generation is the problem. Or maybe I'm just old and outdated. Maybe your perspective is just old and outdated, David.
That is not the case at all. No. And Skinner, that's the Simpsons guy, right?
Yes.
Sorry, I now watch The Simpsons.
That's fair.
treasure.
But the
I
point
had
is,
a big scare today.
What happened?
I thought I lost the save file.
Oh god.
So, I went into the files and put the save file onto the actual place save file directory. It turns out that for Neptunia 1, I've been saving my save data into the cloud as opposed to my system. So, I had to move my cloud save into my regular save location. And by the graces of the almighty God, I saved my playthrough.
Thank God for that.
Because we're already over 30 hours into the game.
Right.
Isn't that crazy?
Honestly, kind of is, yeah. Especially with how much we've done, how long we spent.
We haven't even gotten a second key fragment yet.
Yeah, I was gonna say that too.
Here, Mr. Monster. Don't be shy.
We're still stuck with only one. It's kind of embarrassing.
I'm flabbergasted that that Compa has the power of darkness in her.
Why?
Well, look, take one look at Compa. Why would you think she can control the darkness?
She calls someone a bitch.
If you don't leave.
That doesn't excuse. That doesn't mean anything.
Which, by the way, that line is removed in the remakes. She never calls anyone a bitch in this game.
Of course it
Give me
is.
something later for switching.
Like, they're embarrassed of Neptunia 1, guys. Why? Because it's too good. Okay, they want to promote the message. They don't want the characters to be seen wielding firearms of death.
And yet, we have Juni who's literally a sniper.
And Plutia, who's a rapist.
I've been waiting for this.
Right.
You had to pause yourself there.
Yes, I did. When it comes to her, I just. Oh boy.
After everything that happened, you still don't forgive her for what she did to Rom?
What do you think?
No.
Do you?
Oh yeah, I made my peace with that scene many years ago.
Oh boy.
I'm not saying it was good, I'm just saying I made my peace with it.
Level up. Oh, level. I'm stronger.
What chance that you might come back as a character, as a non-DOC character in the new game?
They better pay that actress, that's all I'm gonna say.
Oh right, I forgot to have the whole thing with her, right? That they can't afford her actress.
It's just too expensive, dude.
What I think what I'm hoping for here that they ever do voice acting better in like unlike the other game. You know what I'm talking. You know what I'm talking about how voice acting like the other Neptunia games.
Oh yeah, the new Neptunia voice acting. I don't know what's going on, man.
Yeah.
I will say, Sister vs. Sisters focusing on the candidates was a good thing though, because the main four,
Yeah, we never got much work on them since Mark 2.
which is a damn shame.
Yeah. So it's nice to see them. It's nice to see them again.
Because that was 11 years later. It's weird how time flies, huh? This is a 15-year-old video game.
Yeah. I'm fly. Like I always thought this game came out was always more recent, like 2017 or something.
No, the one that got me is like, give me a game that came out 10 years ago, and I said Pokemon Emerald. And they told me, no, that was 20 years ago.
Oh my
what
god.
The fuck? I lost my shit that day. I mean, I really did.
My turn to do something?
It's really 20 years old.
Pokemon is old. We are old, dude. We are old.
Shut up. We're still young and hip. Nobody says hip anymore.
Just because I'm already having back problems at the age of 20. I got back problems at the age of 22 doesn't mean anything.
That's fucking crazy, dude.
Amazon is painful to work at. Amazon is painful.
I believe you. It's just like, damn.
I'ma break it.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah.
I miss Gus so much, man. I get that she's in the Atelier games, but I miss her so goddamn much for Neptunia. She was so funny, dude.
Gus was fun too. I really liked her a lot.
Yeah.
I don't really care much for Broccoli for replacement.
Yeah, Fun fact, broccoli is literally broccoli for the people who own DigiCarrot.
Right. And I also wish we could get more Nisa.
Well, you can play Disgaea for her.
That's true, yeah.
I don't like Disgaea though, that's my one issue. Is like, man, the games where these characters are in, I don't like the games.
Whoa. Why not? Just try the fun game. Just the fun strategy game.
I'm just not big on it, that's really it.
Yeah. Okay.
It's a case of, it's not my kind of game. Which I've learned to accept.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's like when I was playing Final Fantasy 13 at a friend's house, and it's like, what game are you playing? I'm playing Final Fantasy 13. It's like, isn't that one of those, like, Japanese games?
One of those Japanese games.
that I hang out with people that many would consider normies. Okay?
But Emerald just said one of those Japanese games. I cannot.
It's like, I know immediately what he's thinking. He's thinking tentacle porn.
Oh god.
It's like, and I told him, it's a Japanese game, but it's not what you're thinking. He was watching me play for a little bit. And we get to the fight with Cactuar, the giant one. And he's like, okay, I've seen enough. This game is weird as fuck. It's like, okay, dude. I realized that we are just a different demographic. Like, we're still cool. Okay, we used to hang out back in the Halo 3 days, which was just 18 goddamn years ago. Was when it came out, but we were hanging out back in like 2011. So a little, like, that was probably more during Reach. You get the point. And
right.
My turn to do something?
that was just, I realized that we have different demographics. Like, realistically, if not for the fact that I was really big into Halo, I probably would have been a Sony pony, as opposed to an Xbot, back in the day.
I feel like that came from me, because I've been into a lot. I'm more into, like, the Crash and Jack and those PlayStation game more than just the Xbox games.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I've just been a fan of third-party. The only first-party studio I actually like is Nintendo. And even then, I don't like everything they make. Like, I haven't been vibing with the current Zelda, I really haven't. The last Zelda game I was, like, super into probably was Majora's Mask.
Coming all this way. Are you the Overlord's
Don't get me wrong, I liked Skyward Sword, but I wasn't, like, into it.
We're just here to beat up some monsters.
But what about Echo the Wisdom?
Heretic?
It's okay.
I've done everything I was told to.
Like, I'd rather play Link's Awakening, though, that's the issue.
Oh, you're not? Never mind.
Yeah.
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 Anyhow, the older and younger brother are so freaking funny, dude. They're like, we want to team up with Vert because she has big boobies. So what does Neptune do? She transforms into Purple Heart so that they side with her as
How
well.
about you? Are you
And did they?
Of course, we'll follow you to the end of this earth.
How dare you?
Sorry, yeah, I got a picture of Bertha buried in Purple Hearts.
Yeah, but they like both of them. I mean,
Fair enough.
David, if you met a girl with D cup and another one with double D cup,
To deliver punishment.
don't you still want to touch both?
Because we fought monsters.
The answer
I
is yes.
guess, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. My brother.
Ain't no
What's up? Nice to
way
meet you, my
that
brother.
monsters are baddies.
Welcome to my world.
Break stuff for no reason.
So what? That's a great alternative. to
It's
the
like
story
IF
world.
finally recovered her self-esteem.
No time to waste. We gotta get out of here.
Poor girl.
Everything's going to be
Yeah.
over once the messenger learns about this.
Stop. Let us take care of that messenger.
Pass.
We finally see her! Lady Whiteheart, finally!
Yeah, finally.
That means we saw her first in the original game. We're making world record
This
progress.
treasure chest, but this one's kind of different.
More? Give that to me. Don't touch it.
Still, it's a damn shame they removed the Lady Whiteheart.
Whoopsie daisy.
You're creeping me out. What's wrong with me?
Sorry, but
What's wrong with
it's
you,
your fault for
bitch?
pushing me. Oh, look, something came out of it.
I miss when the characters used to swear.
Wait, is
But doesn't Blanc still swear?
It's not the same.
monsters we fight all the time?
Okay? It's not like Mark II,
Than this.
where she like goes around accusing someone of being a pedophile. And uses like all the curse words to describe him.
Yeah.
Get life insurance.
Get life insurance. Oh my god.
Oh, here's one. Neptune, there's a line if you use the triple shot, where she says, don't move if you want to have kids.
Holy
It's
wow.
like, God damn! What the hell is she doing to these monsters?
Yeah, we don't get those lines anymore.
Also, look at that light dragon.
One.
It's also a badass design. And we get to see
Yeah.
Neptune absolutely go to town on this thing.
Oh, meanwhile, Whiteheart is pissed.
Because there is a fake no White Dot.
Get ready.
Oh yeah, but guys, there are fake ones in this game. I also keep forgetting about that.
Because they weren't in the original. They were only created to fill in the leftover plot that you lose when you get rid of 4 characters.
I'll be watching.
Yeah. I'm probably not gonna get the Rebirth game on
Asia?
since probably.
Yeah.
I just wondering whether to get the regular the standard or the limited edition.
Get the limited one because the original Rebirth 1 limited edition is like, I think it's like $500. So getting the modern LE is probably cheaper and better in the long
Right.
run.
Just
On a roll today.
well, I'll just try my chance because I heard people have trouble with play Asia sometimes.
Well, it's just because of shipping and also time. Suddenly the Kill Machine! What the hell happened?
I have
We're
no
not even
idea.
remotely near Avenir.
Next, please.
This is what I mean by the Kill Machine. The Kill Machine was so badass in the original game because you only see it once.
True, and Mark 2, there's literally a whole plot point involving them.
They're trying to revive it, the Kill Machine.
Yeah.
Which implies that they defeated the Kill Machine in Mark II as well, prior to the event of the game, but it's just weirdly explained. What do you mean, troubled citizen? We haven't met in this adventure.
Mark 2 started with just the CPU already captured, no explanation.
Well, we get to see Magic kick the shit out of them first.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, we did. But it doesn't really came a lot of the Neptunia game. We just jumped right straight into the action. Same with the sister. They're already going off to the PC continent. Mark 2, they're fighting magic suddenly. In Mega Dimension,
they get kidnapped into Zero Dimension by a magical Dreamcast.
What? And even in the first game, we literally were in the middle of a war and we're fighting them.
The first game begins by Neptune getting her ass beaten.
And how does Neptunia V start?
A victory? It starts with the 4 goddesses playing video games together.
See, that's the only one that's actually calm.
Because
calm
Victory
beginning.
is a comedy, whereas the other games take their story a bit more seriously.
And look, and I guess that's probably where the problems came from for it.
Well,
Especially with Neptune's character arc.
Don't you agree?
Okay, the thing about Victory is that people bitch that Mark II was too dark.
Those people! Fuck those!
Tangerines.
Those spineless wimps. Mark 2 was awesome.
Oh, I agree with you that Mark 2 was awesome, but look, some people can't stomach the idea of watching one of the main villains be a freaking pedophile, or one of them promote like downright thievery, or the idea of kidnapping people.
If you ask me, that makes them more. The more they should do that more. It makes them all the more pleasing to defeat them.
I agree with you. I'm on your side. I'm just saying that there's a reason Mark 2 was the weakest selling, and it's because it's not as palatable to the general audience.
Okay, I'm curious. It's maybe the weakest selling, but what was the rating for the game compared to the other games?
I'll look it up. Let's just use Metacritic for simplicity's sake.
Yeah.
Neptunia Mark 2 Metacritic. The Metascore is 53.
Oh, yeah.
Which, by the way, I believe that's actually lower than 06.
Okay, that's B. That's in fucking hell.
Nice item.
There's no shot.
Look at both things right now.
Oh, it's 46. Okay. It's
Okay,
higher
good.
by a little bit.
Okay. Now let's look at the other game. Let's look at Victory.
Okay. Neptunia Victory Metacritic.
Here I come.
55, so it beats Mark 2. Wait.
I thought no, Mark 2 was 56.
Oh, I thought it was 53. Shit.
Ooh, lucky.
I'm pretty sure. Look, check it again.
It's 53.
Okay, then what? Okay, then.
The original.
Okay. What?
Let's check out the original.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, 45.
Ouch.
Let's look at Mega Dimension, because that's the consensus. That's the one that everyone says is the best one.
Okay, take a look.
Ready for a battle?
71. Yeah, I thought so.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, this is the one that everyone says is the best one. Which
Okay, no, go ahead, finish.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say, out of curiosity, check it with the sisters.
I remember this one got low.
Holy heck, the math! Is that the ultimate?
It's the Labyrinth, bro.
That's a freaking goat demon.
Yeah.
That's Baphomet, whatever the demon's called.
All he needs to do is wear a tuxedo and Battler's fucked.
Oh, god damn it.
Sister vs. Sisters is 65, so it beats the other ones except for V2. How much is Game Maker? Because Game Maker's technically part of the main story.
You can count on me.
Wait. Yeah.
Full break. Switch.
My turn.
Jesus, 58.
Okay.
Yeah, the general market doesn't really like Neptunia. I'm just gonna point that out right now. So even though, like, I think Mark II is one of the better ones, it's the lowest rated one as well, besides sales.
Oh, I'm afraid to ask, but what's the writers?
Oh.
I feel like that one's pretty low.
I remember not liking this one. Neptunia Dagu Writers Metacritic, what is this? 54, so it's also lower than all of them except for Mark II. There's no shot Mark II is worse than Dagu Writers. I'm sorry. There's no shot.
Definitely no. Mark II is way better. It's definitely the best. Okay. Okay, next check RPG. Let's RPG.
Yes, the greatest spin-off ever created.
We can win this. Let's go.
60.
Ooh,
Oh.
item time.
That's pretty cool. Also suddenly Halo music.
Really?
It sounds like it to me. It sounds like the oh.
Oh, I think it's just like chanting for the R4 fight.
Yeah, it is, but the same. It sounds a lot like Halo.
Kinda does, yeah.
Yeah.
Get life insurance.
I'm not gonna lie, this Santa outfit does not work with the tone of this scene.
No, it doesn't. Not at all. Oh.
How many times have we fought R4?
I have no idea. A lot. I lost count.
How many times have we fought Blonde? Same story.
Yeah.
Besides, we finally catch up to Blackheart round 4.
You better give me something later.
There's no shot.
My turn.
There's no way it took this long to catch up to episode 3.
Apparently it was.
My turn.
It's so weird how much they didn't just cut out entire arcs. They also reordered it. If you pay attention.
Huh.
Next, please.
It's kind of weird.
I've been waiting for
It's a bit unsettling, I would argue.
Not easy being an idol.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll say this, that the design of Midgar over here on the left looks way cooler than on the right.
That didn't hurt.
Yeah, that's true. I will say it's a lot better.
Because that's that's a Genova reactor in the background, like GG, Final Fantasy VII reference be damned.
Yeah. Oh, I can't. I just can't help but hear Halo every time they do the chanting.
Later for
Yep, I love it.
It's stuck in my freaking mind.
I love it a lot too.
Switch.
I'm glad you depend on me.
Oh god.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, Neptunia is not a game that's loved by the masses, and I understand why. There's definitely a lot of things that, let's just say, make it very difficult to digest.
How much you want to bet if Neptune ever comes to Smash Brothers, it will get a huge spike in fans?
No. People would bitch at Smash Brothers for even letting it be in there.
They bitch about anything. Who the fuck cares?
Companies do because they give a shit about sales?
People bitch about Sora, who was the most requested. So really, people can bitch about whatever. It doesn't give a shit.
That's partially true, but then again, sometimes bitching is warranted, like Concord.
I'll do my best.
That is true. That is true.
Because you gotta realize, the people who bitched about Sora were not the people who voted for Sora. Those were two different groups of people.
Ow. I'll put an end to this battle.
It's like how when Call of Duty made the World War II game, and people were saying,
This is my
oh my goodness, we want boots on the ground. So they finally give us a World War II game, and then a different group of people were complaining about no smart movement. So they went back to smart movement. In reality, people who want boots on the ground, there's less of those than there are people who want smart movement. So Call of Duty has made the decision to just keep smart movement in the game.
Save the best for last, right?
Oh man, this fight
I
is
guess.
so badass.
Yeah, it's been a while since I ever played a Call of Duty game. I don't remember playing one for like a long time.
Call of Duty is mid as fuck.
Yeah, I remember
I never let
but yet I've been hearing a lot of people saying Black Ops 6 is good.
I'll get you.
The multiplayer is good. That campaign is
I never let
trash.
my prey go.
That's literally all I would ever get Call of Duty for though. Just the multiplayer.
You see, that's where we're
And the
different.
zombies.
I play COD for the campaigns. Okay, I read Playboy for the articles.
I will admit though, Modern Warfare 3 had a great campaign.
Full potential in this frail,
Yes,
temporary
it did.
form. Damn it.
And we're gonna be left alone with the original NEP game for a bit because,
Right?
well,
She's
we fell behind
Lord's
again.
Messenger.
Yeah.
You still don't know
Isn't that
if
weird that we're
she's
always
right or
falling
not.
behind?
Though, she does know you
What?
keeps
Isn't it
popping
weird
up.
that we always fall behind?
Another nep addict.
I suppose yeah,
I
but
hope not. Why don't any of them go
we're
outside
saying how much they
and
took off from the game makes sense.
Stalking?
Like, look at IF in this scene. She looks like a completely different person.
Honestly, yeah, compared to how she looks in other games,
Injuries aren't severe.
I don't really see
I'm
it.
sure you'll be all healed up in a few days. with
It's like
no
someone else
scars
is
at
wearing
all.
her outfit.
Thank you. You're Nep's
Right.
friend. Compa, right? Yes. I found Nep
So,
on
fun
the
fact, this is actually where we get the
We've been
pudding
close
eating
together
scene,
since then.
but since they didn't have a CG for that shit yet,
Where'd you come
we're just
from?
implying that these
It's not
two
here, but
had a
that's
talk.
okay. We can take you back to wherever you're from.
Huh.
And honestly, I think
Interesting.
this conversation is much
Really,
stronger
really
than the
far
pudding
away.
conversation.
What? Then
I
you're
guess, yeah.
my amnesiac best buddy? Huh?
It kind of reminds me
yes,
of...
That's right, amnesia. Oh boy. I can't
Like, this is a
remember
different
if I'm
context, but
reading it.
for example, when we
I remember
recorded the
what I
end
was
fight, and I heard the English text and the Japanese text, I just think that the Japanese text is a way stronger text.
Right.
Yeah, right. I remember we talked about.
What
God,
do you remember?
God, I
I
can't
told you
speak.
my best
Bleh.
bestie.
Bleh.
No, this isn't going to be an easy journey. We shouldn't involve outsiders.
What were you gonna say?
Of how like the difference between the fight at the end and how the dollar was a lot
What's all
different.
the ruckus? I could hear you
I
from
was
outside.
agreeing on that.
Nice to know you're all chummy, I guess.
Yeah.
Did you decide what to do? let's take her back while it's light outside. Her parents are probably worried sick.
Also,
Actually,
random fun
we
fact,
decided she
Neptune
was
bought
sick.
Noir a dog
Doesn't
bowl to
remember
take care of her?
anything. We can't let her fight though.
What?
Since she's a
That's like
civilian.
the most random shit. Is that they're saying like, oh, Neptune's like, oh, don't worry, I'll promise to take care of her and feed her and get her spayed and
Neptune,
everything.
You found her, so you better take her.
Oh my
And
god.
then when they leave her behind to do something, yes, here it is.
I'll feed her, potty train her, take her for walks, and get her spayed until she remembers something.
What? Oh well. Ladies, we've got another
And
job
so,
request.
and
Yes,
so
Neptune,
there's a scene where they leave her behind, and then IF confirms, yeah, just eat something out of the dog bowl Neptune left you.
Wait for a girl to get herself ready to go out.
Oh my god.
We're going out for a bit, so keep
Yeah,
the
see?
door locked. Eat whatever you find in the bowl Neptune
Here's
got
some
you.
cash.
Here's some cash. If you remember where you came from while we're out, don't worry about saying goodbye. Just go. Later.
Isn't it weird that they completely left her behind with all of their stuff?
Celestia.
Say that again?
They left they left Noir completely alone with all of their stuff.
Oh yeah, that's definitely a great idea, people.
Compa and Iffy are out shopping.
Didn't you just... Oh wait, oh my god, did one of those cutscenes where you just...
No, unfortunately
It's
not.
it's like the event cutscene, you just get them randomly?
You three are on
Yeah.
No sequence to them?
There's no
Okay.
sequence to them.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Princess named Isti is locked away in like a huge...
See, this is where they reference the fact that we were supposed to save princesses.
Only I.
Speaking
And
of-
they
speaking of-
forgot
I
to
guess
take that out.
Awesome, huh?
Right. By the way, I'm gonna say, I just completely realized that I never knew that in the game, history was supposed to be bigger than how she is in the anime. I never knew
More
that.
than one thing at a time.
Oh.
A goddess.
Well, it depends, because in this game, she's bigger than she is in the anime, but in the other game, she's on the same size as her anime counterpart.
Always pay off.
No, in Mark 2, we see in the CG, she's about as big, she's about like Peachy size. When she's compared to the other oracles.
Fair enough. I mean, it's because I was playing so much of Rebirth 3. I'm so used to the minis.
You don't remember anything.
Yeah, plus in canon size.
That's exactly why I can speak.
Official canon size just shows her she's about as big as Peachy.
Histoire is a freaking midget then.
do everything either. I've tried
Yeah.
to just lick the chocolate off a candy
Oh, I can't help but think, because she's always on a book, she's paraplegic.
What's that about? I meant.
No, we know she can move her
I
legs.
get a little too focused sometimes. A real
So she's just
one-track
too
mind.
lazy to walk?
Well, more like the book is part of her body?
Remember stuff? Oh,
Really?
No,
Yeah.
not a thing. I'm just rambling, I guess.
Did not know
I don't
that.
get to talk to other girls like this very often. Neptune.
Yeah,
I just
Histoire
thought-
has really weird anatomy.
Question.
Last one?
She's not even human, is she?
No, Histoire is, the
It won't,
world.
I promise. Do you ever want
I'm sorry, what?
Histoire is the everything of the world. Without Histoire, the world cannot exist. So whenever Kurara destroys a dimension, it means she just went in and murdered an Histoire somewhere.
I'd have to leave Compa and Iffy and live in Celestia and read
Wow, that's
Saturn
fucked up.
and-
It's like, god damn, rip Histoire, by the way.
Yeah, but isn't Korea an alternate history?
No, she's a completely different, entity.
I'll end it all.
It's just that
Oh.
somehow, when Ray Rights became a goddess, she was worthy enough of creating Kurara. Or more accurately, she was so evil that Kurara was created.
Saving your Isti princess, okay?
Oh, right, that holds debacle from earlier.
Which still doesn't explain why Plutia was considered so worthy that Histoire was born, but you know.
Yeah.
Which makes me ask, which of the CPUs gave birth to Histoire in the canon timeline? It was probably Kalis, right?
Was I asleep?
Who's Kalis?
The predecessor to Uzume.
She left, huh?
Oh.
There was a note saying she regained her memory.
No, that's wrong.
Oh, she
Because
died.
it's SCG-1000,
Amnesiac?
then Uzume, then Kalis, then Neptune. So it's the precursor to Uzume. So it'd be the SG-1000. That was the one who gave birth to
Talking
Uzume.
about stuff. She seemed stressed over something, and I
Or
was
more
worried.
accurately, awakened her.
I know I said it was okay, but it's still kind of cold. She actually did leave with just a note.
See, here's the
saying
problem with
goodbye.
discussing the canon of Neptunia.
That's not
There's so
true.
much random
She was
detail
really
that's just hidden in random menus
face.
that you can completely
What's your
miss.
problem?
So most people don't
Seriously,
even know
what
what's
happened?
actually going
You're
on.
acting like a spoiled crybaby.
Which is why we led to this creation of one of the biggest criticisms of Neptunia is, oh, don't worry about the story too much, it's just a Nep game. In reality, people just couldn't follow the shit.
Seems upset.
That just kind of seems like a lady way to excuse that you couldn't understand the story.
I don't know why.
Well, to be fair, if you completely miss entire, data logs, it's hard to understand the story. Like, what do I tell you?
Yeah, okay, yeah. Still, I kind of feel like people can still put more effort to understanding.
It's like Final Fantasy 13. Story doesn't make any sense. Read the data log. Readings for nerds. You're playing a Final Fantasy game, dude. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah. You have no room to talk.
To be fair, Final Fantasy 13 made you read a freaking encyclopedia amount of text.
I guess, yeah.
What the hell is this?
Oh my god!
Oh my gosh!
Did I see that right?
Yeah,
did
I
I
saw
read
it.
that
You
right?
did.
Oh my. Up, Compa's acting up.
Yeah.
I finished my test
What a
model for
weird
my showcase
cutscene.
at the expo.
You're
Yeah.
really going?
I go
The
really
expo's
weird
run by the
cutscene.
Parliament now. You might not even have a chance to get them to look at your stuff.
I can't back out since I've invested so much already. Not going is
Cheyenne.
no longer an option. Besides, Lady Black.
Did I pronounce it Cheyenne?
Sheehan.
Parliament can't defy her.
Chien.
Is she even gonna
No, it's
be
pronounced
there?
like SH,
Sanctuary
Sheehan.
people are ignored by the Parliament side, right?
There's
Chien.
nothing for
Yeah.
us to
Why
worry about.
CH?
The expo isn't the expo
Because it's
without the
French,
US.
David.
The Parliament
For whatever
has
reason,
no
this
authority over sanctuary.
the universal
This
language
has
is
to
French in
play.
Neptunia.
No point if there's no goddess, though.
That makes no sense. If it wasn't in Loei, I could understand that. But everywhere, well, why say Loei?
Noir means black in French. Vert is green in French.
No!
Blonde is white in French. Conversation is conversation in French.
I want you to demonstrate the weapon's functions. You're all used to handling.
Xi'an is, I forgot what the word is, but it's French for something.
The expo ends.
Okay?
Oh, so what kind
The
of
naming conventions in this series is French, because guess what? French is the language of romance. And we need to make sure that the fans love these characters, so they buy all the DLC. All fucking $200 of DLC for this game.
Well, sure. But no! It
That's not a
sounds
joke.
like a chore, and it's still kind of
I know it's not.
I think I must have dropped like 1,000 for all the DLC in the original Nev Trilogy and V2 combined.
We need powerful weapons to fight monsters.
I think so. It's like there's an absurd amount of DLC in this game.
2 against 1.
Yeah. Wow.
Iffy, you will join us because we're a party.
Yeah, they got my money
irritating,
because I
but
actually
there's
like this
Moe girls
series.
in my party sometimes.
Oh, almost forgot. Wait here. I'm going to lend you the test.
All right, we finally get the test model sword, so we get to create the mecha sword
Are
Armas.
you for cereal? Don't you
Not a
have
messed up.
display at the expo?
You do know
Oh,
what the test
nice
model
one.
is, right? I'm making a video
Nice one,
now.
Neptune referencing. Are you for cereal? Okay, we get it. You're Democratic nominee Al Gore running for the office.
And report to you, right?
What?
Basically.
Don't you get it? It was like the Democrat nominee in the year 2000, Al Gore, who ran for office, and he like dead ass in one of his speeches said, "I'm super cereal," instead of serious.
Oh god.
That's where that came from. The politician said that shit.
Oh my god. That's embarrassing.
Anyhow, gentlemen, that's it for this episode. Have a nice day.